What's up, guys? It is December 23rd. It is technically Christmas Eve, if you will, and we're getting closer to the big day. As you can see, Grinchetta decided to turn the sign behind me green because she's just trying to make everything in here green, right? A little bit greener.
That's right, green is good.
Yeah, green is good. You also changed all the lights in here green. I had to change all those back.
Aw, man, you should have left them all green like me.
Didn't Mr. Grinch tell you how the naughty nice list works?
Yeah, if I'm naughty, then Santa brings me all the gifts.
No, that's not how it works. It's actually, if you're nice, Santa will bring you all the gifts you want. Yes, and thanks to you, Grinchetta wrote the list as long as your nose. Well played.
So, Dad, does that mean I have to be nice?
Yes, you can be a little nice.
Does that mean I can't take a big Grinch and pork chop stockings anymore?
We'll talk about that, because that's kind of fun. And with that, as promised a couple episodes ago, you guys wrote a couple of questions for the Grinch Q&A. Grinch, we got some questions for you. You ready? Oh, yes. Let's answer some viewer questions. So the first question comes in from Adam H. of Ohio. Question for the Grinch. Are you able for a Christmas in July special on the channel? I bet the viewers would appreciate some of your holiday cheer outside of just doing the advent calendar. What do you think? Well, if it means I come out of storage, then yes, I can do that. Well, just so you know, if you do make a July appearance, there'll be no stockings, no Christmas decoration. What am I talking about? You'll probably love that. Yes, even better. And Grinchetta could come out too.
Yeah, July, let's go swimming.
All right, Grinches swim apparently. Okay, next question from JT Wicker. Question for Grinch, since you've taken residency at the Mash and Drum, do you prefer rye or bourbon? And will you miss your time on the show? Will Max stay? So it's kind of a three-part question. First question, I prefer rye because all the labels are green. Oh yeah, I never thought about that. What about missing your time on the show? I'm going to miss calling you Tony Cannoli and Pork Chop. Hey, progress, not too bad. What about Max? Is Max gonna stay? Yes, Max will stay with me wherever I go. Last question, which is a good one, from Eric Snyder 2424. Question for the Grinch. Which one of Jason's bottles are you taking with you into storage? That's a tough question. Okay, so I would take 2 bottles. All right, what are your picks? The Evernorth Arctic Spirit. That's a good one. That's from our friends over at the Bourbon Junkies. Yeah, that's a really good rye, finished in some port wine barrels. Michter's 10-year single barrel. Oh, Grinch, you picked out 2 good ones. So this is why my Michter's 10-year just slowly gets lower and lower every time I come back into the whiskey room, huh? What do you expect me to do when you leave me down here at night? I don't blame you there. All right, December 23rd, here we go. What's up, folks? I'm Jason C, and welcome back to the Mash and Drum Whiskey Room. Like the video, subscribe, and help me keep climbing to 100,000 subscribers. So it is day 23. And as you guys know, I've been getting these blind samples from all my patrons. They have sent some fantastic whiskeys. I've been nosing them, tasting them, trying to figure out what they are, guess the age, guess the proof, and ultimately decide what I would pay for the whiskey. Then we reveal exactly what the whiskey is, how much it was, and see how close I was. All right, so today's sample comes from Nicholas Patanis. Thank you so much, Nicholas, for sending this one here for the 23rd day of December. All right, let's dive in and see what we got. Hopefully we can finish the Advent off strong here. Here we go. This is really baking spice heavy, first thing off the bat. Get a lot of cinnamon, nutmeg. I get some proof here too. I think we're dealing with another proofy whiskey here. Also getting a little bit of a nuttiness here too. It doesn't smell too old. Like, I'm guessing this could be a younger whiskey, but we'll have to see how it tastes. Yeah, I pick up so much clove in here, cinnamon, nutmeg. This is very, very baking spice heavy to me. All right, let's give it a try. Here we go. A ton of spice. This is very spicy. I'm almost thinking this could be a rye of some sort. Yeah, I think this is a rye whiskey. So much spice and flavor, black pepper, black tea. If this is a bourbon, this has to be a very high rye bourbon, but I'm leaning towards rye here with this one. Almost a hint of a licorice note on the back end, which also kind of screams rye to me. Yeah, just a ton of spice, ton of, again, black pepper, little hint of mint. I'm not getting like that real heavy dill note at all, so maybe this does have some age to it. But just the spice factor of it, like the finish on this thing is incredible. Just keeps going and going and going. Probably my favorite part of this whiskey. Got a little tinge of a coffee bean on the back end. This is good. There's some depth of flavor here. But yeah, it's giving me like that really heavy clove note, like that, almost like A1 steak sauce. Kind of that really clove forward note. All right, let me do one more sip and we'll do some guesses. All right, so for type of whiskey, I think it's a rye. Proof on this one, I think we're looking at one. There's so much spice, it's so hard to figure out if it's proof or spice or spiciness. I still think this has a decent proof point. I'm gonna say 118. I'll say it's around 118 for proof point. As far as age, I'm starting to get orange now and some other flavors, but I'm not getting a lot of oak. So I'm gonna say 8, 9, maybe 10 years the most on this one as far as age goes. I don't think it's a finished rye. I think this is just a straight rye. And what would I pay for this? This is a nice sample. I would probably, this is good. I'd probably pay, the finish on this just goes for days. And that is my favorite part of this sample right now. I could see this being like 110 to 120 for a bottle of this. If it has this type of profile that keeps going and the finish lasts this long. So, all right, let's see what we got. Here we go. Open her up. And this makes me so happy. So this is a local distillery right here, guys. This is the Middle West Dark Pumpernickel Rye Single Barrel Cask Strength. So it was a rye. This is barrel 3983 from the Greenlight Distribution Florida Select. This is a single barrel Middle West Pumpernickel Rye. Probably the best thing that that Middle West is making right now. Their stuff is unbelievably good. Proof, I said maybe 118 to 120. It's actually 125.28. The spice on these ryes can sometimes make you think it's lower than it actually is, but this was actually higher than I thought it was. So this is actually 125. I said around 118, 119. It's right at 125. Now, as far as age goes, this was barreled on 5/30/2019. So that means this is only a little over 5 years old. And that makes so much sense when it comes to Middle West, because their pumpernickel ryes, I do think, taste older than they are. This might be the spiciest one I've ever had, though. Normally, when I've had Middle West Dark Pumpernickel Ryes, they come in a little bit, I'm not gonna say softer, but they're a little bit sweeter. This one had all that dark pumpernickel rye spice to it that I really, really love. As far as retail for these usually go, the single barrels go for what, 60, 70 bucks? So I was actually willing to pay a little bit more for it. So this Middle West Dark Pumpernickel Rye, if nobody's had these yet, these are not only a great value, but the flavor profiles on these are absolutely incredible. So Nicholas, hell of a sample for December 23rd. Thanks, buddy. All right, guys, hope you enjoyed the December 23rd episode here on the Advent Calendar. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, hit the subscribe button below. Please hit the like button. And if you haven't yet, follow me on Instagram. Let me know down in the comments if you have had any Middle West products, including their wheated bourbon, and also this Dark Pumpernickel Rye. Love to see what you guys have to say about it. And as I always say, it's not about the whiskey, it's the people you share it with. Cheers. I'll see you tomorrow for some more questions for Mr. Grinch over here, right here on the Mash and Drum. Cheers, folks.